también ver. Aquí todos reunidos, listos para jugar. Aquí todos reunidos y hasta bailar. ¿Qué día es hoy? No es lunes, no es martes. ¿Qué día es hoy? Es ya casi el fin de semana. ¿Qué día es hoy? No es miércoles, no es jueves. ¿Qué día es hoy? Es viernes con maestra Plata. Es viernes con maestra Plata.
Hello and welcome to Viernes con Maestra Plata. Today is the day that we start the HSP Creative Project. I am so excited. I know I keep saying and posting this, but I'm just filled with so much excitement and hope and happiness of how many people are reaching out and wanting to do this with me. I'm just thrilled that this is happening. So starting today, Friday, January 29th, I believe, we're going to start creating something every day. Now, this week is going to be all about your favorite color. As you're creating these next 7 days, I want you to think about the following questions. I'm going to post them below, so make sure you check them out. I'll probably do a post on these too, so that way you can have them someplace. But really think about what is your favorite color. So think about why that's your favorite color, how you came to pick that color. If you don't have a favorite color, maybe ask yourself why. Think about how that color continues to show up in your life. So as I create every day for the next 7 days, I'm going to be thinking more about, okay, where do I see the color yellow? What does it remind me of? What's happening in my life as I see this color? And so that's going to kind of help guide my creativity a little bit more. And it's not just going to be like, I love sunflowers, I'm going to paint a sunflower. What happens with creativity is there's usually a deeper meaning behind it. You're unlocking part of your unconscious mind, which is the really cool and exciting part that I really hope at the end of these 16 weeks, you'll get to kind of discover for yourself. I keep saying that the project last year that I did where I created something digitally every day transformed my life. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. That the creativity really allowed me to reflect on who I am and who I am at my core and the things that I've never changed throughout my life. So yeah, look at the list of questions as you're creating and really think on your favorite color. If you don't have a favorite color, just maybe try out some different ones. Mess around with it, play with it. The one thing I am going to say is this is probably going to be the hardest, well, one of the hardest weeks. And the reason for that is because deciding to start something is usually the hardest part of any project you do. So if you begin today and just take it one day at a time, I promise you it will become a habit and it will become easier for you to show up on the days that are a little bit more challenging, I guess you could say. All right, so that's kind of what it is about the color. Pretty simple, doesn't have to be super crazy. Also think about how you can play around with that color. Creativity is supposed to be playful, so I'm gonna think about, what happens as I'm painting on my iPad. If I add a little bit of orange and blend it here, what if I add this color a little bit and change the tone of the yellow, or maybe I mute it a little, or I make it brighter, or I turn it into more of a pastel kind of yellow. What will come of that? What other ideas will evolve from that? The other thing I was gonna say is make sure you're setting yourself up as much as possible. So for example, when I created this last year, so I did all my yellows. These are all my yellows from the month of January. I saved them all in one, there's a reflection of the window, all on one folder. And so you can see here the yellow, obviously the sun, lemons, a lightsaber, I talk about that in the podcast, my son's yellow boots that no longer fit him, and the other day he tried them on, they for sure don't fit him, so I'm just happy I have that documented. There's this other one that I'm going to talk about later on Instagram. So random things, and when I really couldn't think of anything, I did bananas. I mean, like, bananas are yellow, so I painted bananas that day. I couldn't think of much, so it really kind of changes the way you see the world around you. For one of the days I painted Kobe Bryant's shirt because that was the day that he passed away. And so now not only do I have kind of my creative process starting to evolve, I'm also documenting what's happening in my life around me, which is, a really cool way to do that. The other thing that I started mentioning, and then I realized I didn't have it open, was try to set yourself up for success. And what I mean by that is really focus on the systems you can put in place at the beginning of this practice so that you're not like stressing. So all your materials are in one place, you know where to get them, that way you're not looking all over your house for them and then you get distracted with this or that. What I do for myself on the iPad is I just create the seven files that I'm going to be creating this week. And so today I will sit down and I will paint the yellow thing that's already in my head. I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm so excited. And then if I decide that I have more time one day, I can start the next days. Or if I feel like I'm overwhelmed, I can't do 7 this week, I might just push it down to however many I can get done. So it doesn't have to be perfect. Like creativity, there's no need for perfection here, okay? That's not the goal. The goal is for you to dedicate time to this process, whether that's 5 minutes or that's 5 hours, it's totally up to you. The point of this is to have fun with it and to see how playful you can get. And if that's hard for you, this is a great time to practice. And the purpose of this is to just figure out how creativity fits into your life, because it fits into all of our lives. And I think we need a little bit more of that in this world right now. So I really hope that it goes well for you. Please, please, please use the hashtag the HSP Creative Project when you're posting your work. That way I can go and see it. You can tag me on it on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. Message me, email me, listen to the podcast, watch these videos, share them with your friends and family, turn it into a community event, whatever. It's exciting to know that there are people out there who are wanting to be creative and wanting to use skills that they might have put away, or they might want to develop new skills. And I'm really excited you're here, and I can't wait to see what happens in the next week. Tune in next Friday, which we're gonna do your favorite shape, and I'll explain a little bit more of the process and all of that stuff. Adios, hasta luego.